Most businesses look at compensation as just a cost factor inside their business, something that they need to manage, not necessarily something that they need to optimize. But here's the truth, your pay structure isn't just an expense. It's a growth tool, and when we use it right inside of our operations, it can be a really great lever in order to motivate our team, increase productivity, and get the most out of build the strategy that we're trying to execute during a certain period of time. It can also make us a really great employer brand that people are highly attracted to. So, why compensation model might be holding you back? In industries like construction and infrastructure and paving and equipment, even manufacturing, talent is your biggest asset. Yet, too many businesses fail to connect compensation with their company goals and the objectives that they've laid out in their strategic plan. So, what does this actually mean when these things aren't aligned inside of our businesses? It means that we have 50% lower productivity when employees feel disconnected from where the company is going, the results that your company is trying to drive. So, ask yourself this. Do your employees actually know what the plan is? Do they understand what your goals for the year, and are they actually driving towards that, and they know how they fit in? Another statistic that you might want to be aware of is 30 to 40% higher turnover is due to a lack of motivation. Knowing what goals are, connecting those dots for our employees is the quickest, easiest way to solve that problem. And another one is significant revenue loss from disengaged teams is probably likely one of the things driving down the strategic execution and implementation in your business, as well as that revenue, right? Revenue loss is real and it is directly correlated to our teams being disengaged. Your people don't just want a paycheck, they want to know that their work matters. And we're seeing this research is showing that this is more and more the case inside of our organizations across multiple industries. So let's look beyond the paycheck inside of your business. What really motivates your team? A strong compensation strategy isn't just about the money. It's about aligning incentives with performance that truly drive your employees. This can be different for everybody inside of your organization. Do you know what motivates your different employees or even your different groups or types of employees? Some thrive off of recognition, and that'll actually get you tons of traction. Others want to know career growth opportunities and be able to project that and plan that out and know how they're going to reach that next milestone in a career. Some value flexibility over a raise, right? Maybe they are at a place or a phase in their life where they need to be able to spend time with young kids, help take care of an elderly parent. Those things are super important for you to know, and they can save you tons of money as well as increase productivity and engagement from your team. So the secret is a customized approach, one that's based on knowledge. So let's talk about what could a compensation strategy playbook look like. Let's break it into 3 parts. So to turn pay into a growth driver, we need to rethink the strategy that we're really wrapping around having a compensation conversation inside of our organization. Personalization is power. Conduct motivation interviews to learn what drives each employee inside of your organization. And if you have a large organization, you might want to try to find themes of these interviews and try to group them together to help you make buckets to put people in and make decisions that way to streamline the process. Also, you can offer customized career paths with clear growth steps. That's how we can do the first thing. That's personalizing it. This gives you a lot of power. If you can personalize it, even small personalizations within your compensation structure will really be appreciated by your team. So part 2, compensation that actually works and gets results. We want to mix financial and non-financial incentives, bonuses, trainings, leadership opportunities, recognition opportunities. All of those things can actually be really, really great non-financial incentives. So really want to know what is it that they want, and then how do we actually design that inside of our business. Ensure also that pay aligns with the performance and the company's success. But you have to make sure that when you're creating your strategic plan for the year, it's communicated downstream to your team. Do they know what success looks like for them that directly correlates to success for the company? And then the third part of building a compensation playbook is build a feedback loop. Hold regular check-ins to adapt your strategy. Test and track what's working and not working, and keep employees engaged with goal-based rewards. They want to know that what is the milestone where I'm going to receive this incentive or this recognition, or where I know that I'm going to get the satisfaction of really being part of achieving a big result. So how do we know that all this works? How do we know that this is even true? Let's talk about a specific company that I worked with. I never share names, but it's a pavement construction company who we worked with that was really struggling with high turnover. By revamping their compensation structure and their whole workforce strategy, we were able to really get incredible results. We cut their turnover by 45%. We increased productivity across all of their teams, and we created a culture of continuous growth. They were actually able to turn this into such an asset inside of their organization that they ended up actually selling the business later. And it was one of the key discussion points and one of the actual assets inside of the company that they could tie a monetary value to in order of systems and processes that next company was going to be able to take and execute. So here's what you need to remember. Compensation equals investment, not expense. If your pay structure isn't fueling performance, you're leaving money on the table. If you want to turn compensation into your biggest growth lever, let's talk. Reach out, connect with me, book a session, and let's talk about what does your workforce strategy look like? What does your strategic planning process look like? And how are those two things integrated and working with each other, not against each other?